No. What do we have here? Rampage Jackson's son getting into some rough stuff. Really getting into some rough stuff here, man. And this isn't looking too great. This is not looking too great. People seem to be hating on him. The Reddit seems to be hating on him. Let's pull up Reddit. See what they're talking about on this guy. Look at the UFC. UFC's Reddit. They usually have some. These Reddit guys. These guys are smart individuals. Just kidding. They're not that smart. But they are individuals, and their opinion matters just as much as anybody else's. Let's get chat up first. Yo, Raj is ghetto. Yo, 4 minutes late. Ah, boo-hoo, brother. Boo-hoo. Like, come on. Oh, what? Before we get onto the Raja stuff, can we take some time to appreciate? Can we take some time to appreciate the one, the only, Mackenzie Dern? Can we take some time to? Are you fatigued? Nope. Can we take some time to appreciate this right here? I mean, come on. Before we get into Raj and how he almost murdered somebody, let's talk about this. I mean, the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, you see them. Hands are a little bit small, but, you know, it is what it is. Got the nice little booty peeking out. Got a little freckle here. Got some tattoos on the foot and the shin. I mean, come on. Come on. I understand Raja almost murdered somebody. The dog is very cute. Yeah, brother. All right, we got Israel Adesanya in the chat here. Raja almost killed somebody. Raja should go to jail. Raja this. Raja that. I mean, can we take some time to appreciate the one, the only, Mackenzie Dern? I mean, come on. Who are we kidding? I'm kidding. Let's see what people have to say before we look at MMA Guru stuff. Let's see what people have to say about Raja. See, the problem is, it's like, the fuck? Sorry, I'm sorry, I got distracted real quick. Okay, Raja. Let's see what. Okay, Raja's ghetto. What's up? You're new here. Stop simping. Turn it off. Yeah, sorry. Raja earned a badge of. Totally agree, bro. I love dogs. Hi, what is this? Dag Queens, where you at? Dag Queens, assemble. Can't believe you guys are falling for this pro wrestling stuff, bro. I don't think this isn't a gimmick. I don't think this is like a gimmick thing. This isn't. Seems a little bit. You know, I don't know. It seems a little bit not like a wrestling gimmick type thing. But let's see what people on Reddit are saying. Okay, there was this post that says, an embarrassment to his community. Send him 20 to 30-year prison and forget. One phone call, better call Bear DiGiadio. I get that. It's pretty funny. I just do not get it. How can you be that dumb? He would have literally beat the dude to death if he hit him for just a few more seconds. It's truly like being around a wild animal with people like this. Damn, 2-3 years Canada. Why would you send him here? If Dag was a girl, okay. If I was a girl, you'd get me pregnant. Thanks for letting me know. I think it's more than 2 more years anywhere, but Canada, let's stop it. It's not fake. Roger's going to prison, bro. I was talking to somebody today, and he was saying that the guys. You guys gotta relax here, because he said that the guys in pro wrestling are G's, and they're not the type of guy to press charges. You know how crazy that is? You almost die and you're not gonna press charges. I mean, bro, if I get shoved the wrong way, I'm pressing charges. But this guy literally almost died, and my buddy's like, yeah, these wrestling guys are just G's, bro. They don't press charges. Like, what? You better not do a meetup with your subs. These comments scare me. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. He should never be allowed in any ring or MMA again. Apparently, he was raised without any self-control. Look at who his daddy is. He belittles him a lot. Look how Rampage taught him to handle disrespect, ignore the apology, and massively overreact. Oh no. YouTube Shorts? Oh no. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Bro, do you tap people on the back like that?
Sorry.
Bro, that's rude as fuck, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Nobody like that. Turn around. Come here. Turn around. How you like that?
I'm so sorry.
Think about it. How you like that?
No, I just grew up watching your fights.
So you come tap people on the back like that?
Nah, dude.
Are you serious? Are you serious though, bro?
I'm so sorry.
I just want come closer. That's a social experiment. Did you like that?
No, not really.
It's a social experiment?
Why you do it to me?
I just wanted to grab your attention, that's all.
You can say my name, bro. I got ears, bro.
Alright, sorry.
Don't ever tap a grown man on his back like that, bro.
No worries,
What's your
sorry.
name?
Nathan.
How old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned 21.
Man, goddamn, you old enough to get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Alright, bro. I mean, that wasn't that bad. Doesn't matter if he wants to press charges or not. That was in Florida, and he beat someone half to death in front of a crowd. Yeah. I don't know how the law works. I mean, yeah, I don't know how the law works. The law. Only Allah can judge. Let's be honest, guys. Even if the guy doesn't press charges, the police would. Yeah, maybe. That might be how that works. Yeah. That might be how it works. How long would it take to cook rice if I boiled the hot water from the tap, one of those coffee boilers, then boiled it in a... Alright, bro. This was so unnecessary? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. The police can press charges if they find a crime severe enough. Yeah, they don't need him as a witness. They have an entire crowd of witnesses. Yeah, and they have... And, dude, Raja effed up bad. Raja messed up so bad. Like, you got it on live. Dude, the cameraman got it bad. Dude, if you're the... honestly, they need to put the cameraman in witness protection program. Because you know the Raja's coming after the cameraman next. Could you imagine if that wasn't on camera and you just saw the headline of Rampage Jackson's son, jumps a pro wrestler? Like, you could, if it wasn't recorded, you could kind of explain it in like a sense where you could manipulate the public into believing that you're innocent. But since they have it on live stream on video, I mean, you just can't, there's no possible angle you can take to not justify, but to can manipulate the public to believe a narrative. Like, you just can't do that. But if it was like it wasn't recorded, he could have easily have come out, hired a team of like guys who are dogs at forming narratives. He could have hired a crazy lawyer or a PR guy to just be like, well, let's get the story straight. He attacked him with a bottle, hit him with a bottle over the head, and then Raja beat him up. It's like you could take this out of context and come from an angle where you can manipulate the public into believing that the guy's innocent. But since it's on live stream, you just can't do any of that. You know what I mean? Raja was in the right. He's a part of Mossad. All right. Yeah. Yeah. The pro wrestler that Raja beat up was actually Mossad. Yeah. How strong is bribing culture in Canada? It doesn't exist. Like the police doesn't exist. The guy Raja beat up was actually a part of the Freemasons, so everybody should be happy. I may question, why didn't they throw? All right, can't wait to hear Bear's take on this. Yeah, I could imagine like Bear, like Rampage Jackson, like trying to explain everything that went on, and then Bear just like eating like some chicken, not chicken. Bear eating some food like extremely loudly into the microphone and being like, "Yeah, keep going. Sorry, man. I'm just really into this food." And then he's like eating like some crunchies, or eating like those sugar grapes. You know, those grapes that are like covered in sugar, like them crunchy grapes, just into the mic, or Pop Rocks just into the mic, while Rampage trying to explain why his son nearly beat someone to death. Can't lie, Chief Keef playing in the beat dropping while he's beating on the guy was peak cinema. cinema. Why chicken? Alright, bro. We're not. Nope. Let's see what MMA Guru had to say about this. 41 minutes. Oh my gosh. We got to go 2x speed.
Jackson has a son.
Just the crunchiest food imaginable, an inch away from the microphone. Exactly. Like some crunchy food, just in the microphone. And then he's like, no, you can just keep going. I just really love this food. Rampage. I could honestly see Bear asking Rampage to reenact it on him so he can get a feel for it. No, I just want to get a feel for the guy. I just want to feel what the guy was feeling in that moment. Can you get on top of me and then pick me up, slam me, and start beating me to death, Rampage? Or Rampage Jackson pronouncing the guy's name like super suspect. It's like the guy's name is like Richard. Rampage could be like, yeah, this guy's name is Dick, bro. Like, this guy's name is Dick. This Dick guy. Dag, if Roger beat your ass like this, would we see you streaming in your new mansion? Bro, I would come for everything. I would come for literally everything I could. I would come for everything Rampage has. Like, 100%. I'm coming for everything Rampage has.
Called Rampage Jackson, and what I'm about to show you, in my opinion, is blatantly attempted murder. And I believe
he doesn't show this on his video, right? Streaming from his new chrome wheelchair in his new mansion. All right. Dude, no way MMA Guru shows him beating him up, right? He doesn't show him beating him up, right? No way.
That Rampage Jackson should go to jail for a very long time. I'm not talking about months. I'm not talking about a couple of years. I'm talking 30 to 40 years at least for what I consider to be
30, 40 years, Dagestan, forget him, all right?
blatant attempted murder from Rampage Jackson.
He doesn't show. You keep saying blatant attempted murder. He doesn't show attempted murder on his YouTube channel with 360,000 viewers, right?
I think that
He showed everything. Raja did this to Bear instead of a random wrestler. Nobody would be upset. Yeah, but that's Bear, though.
Jackson, and what I'm going to show you in today's video is going to show you everything, okay? I have every moment, every bit of context, every single thing that happened in order, okay? Even some other moments here that I'm going to show you.
Oh my, what? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. I need to skip that. That is brutal. Dude, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen the video, bro. I was waiting to watch it with y'all. Man. Guru came with multiple angles like the Kennedy assassination. That's not funny, bro. Should Francis Ngannou... Why are you bringing Francis into this? What did Francis do? It's pretty bad. LMAO. Alright, bro. I don't think you know what LMAO means. That means laughing my ass off. Did you really say it's pretty bad and then proceed to laugh your ass off? I won't hurt him too bad. You haven't seen it? Should Francis Ngannou be held accountable for this? What has Francis Ngannou done to connect to this? How are they all? Is Raja and Francis all connected to Mossad, bro? Is this where we finally connect all the dots? Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna go through this video with you right now. It's probably gonna get age restricted, but I'm gonna play it. And
oh no. Let's skip it.
He goes to an event.
You haven't seen it? He drove his motorcycle into the ring. And he did not do that, bruh. Knew something was on when Johnny didn't get KO'd in round 1? Oh, you're talking about Johnny Walker versus Zhang Ming Yang? Dude, I gotta talk about it I gotta talk about that fight in a video, bro. Because Mark Goddard, dude, did you guys see Mark Goddard like weirdly being more favorable to the Chinese fighters? Was that not a thing? Like a knee to a grounded opponent, no time to recover, and then gave Zhang Ming Yang like what 5 minutes of recovery time, It's like, bro, you didn't give Yuri Prohaska any time to recover in the first Alex Pereira fight. You didn't give Israel Adesanya any time to recover in the Pereira fight. You know what I mean? JP Buys versus Silva. I mean, this guy stopped a fight before the guy was tapped out or was out. I mean, come on.
And with his stream, and this guy does this to him, okay? And this is the guy that is hoisted over his shoulder in this clip. This is earlier in the stream, okay? So this is where it begins. Let's let it play and we'll break it down.
You don't know me? Hell no.
You don't know me? Hell no. So Raja gets in his face, this guy gets in his face, and he's like, you don't know me? Like that. He goes to pick up this can of drink where my mouse is right now. This is an empty can of drink. Empty! It is
Empty can of drink? What's a can of drink?
a gimmick, fake can of nothing. Absolutely nothing. It has no weight to it. It has no nothing. It is a wrestling prop. Let's let this play.
Yeah. Hey, hey, I think that's a...
He loads it up. He puts his hand on Raja's head. Cracks a can of nothing over Raja's head. He is a pro wrestler and a streamer with his camera crew has showed up to the pro wrestling situation. So he's doing a bit. This is blatantly him doing a bit, and I'm going to prove to you it is in a second based on what is said afterwards. Lead up. In this clip, I'm going to show you as
Yeah.
a little bouncy ball bouncing off the side of his head. There is no impact on that. He smashed a fake can of drink.
Dude, isn't it crazy how this guy milks 41 minutes? I'm sorry. I'm not even focused on what's going on here, this whole stuff. But dude, how are you milking 41 minutes out of what? Like 3 1-minute clips? Like, this is a fake can of drink. This is a can of drink. I love drinking drinks, all right? I love drinking a can of drink. Drink is my favorite. Drink to drink is a can of classic drink. What are you drinking? Yo, Guru, what are you drinking, bro? I'm just drinking a can of drink. Dag, why did you DM me saying that Rampage bought him? Alright, bro. Okay, funny.
Vapor and air on Raja's head. It's a wrestling gimmick. It's like getting hit with a fake glass bottle. Sure, it's mildly inconvenienced, and Raja did not know this was going to happen. So fair, he could get angry about this, in my opinion. There are many, if he would have punched this guy back, need to make that clear. If Rampage Jackson would have immediately hit this guy in the face and knocked him out, I would have said self-defense. He don't know that's a prop. He's not involved in this. You can't just assume that he is. That's self-defense. Need to make that clear. If he would have swung back at this guy here after having no idea that he was going to do this pro wrestling bit on him, absolutely justified response, in my opinion. In fact, if he would have got into the cage and just slammed the guy and knocked him out and then went, oh, fuck, I knocked him out, he probably would have gotten viral anyway. People would have said, oh, he slammed him, he didn't mean to KO him. He's just like his dad. He probably would have went viral. The 20 or 30 follow-up shots.
Hey, don't show that shit, Guru.
You of what? Sure, it wasn't a full can of drink, but he hit him with something.
Sure, it wasn't a full can of drink, but it was a half can of drink. I love cans of drink. That's my favorite.
Raja didn't expect it, so he's going to feel a hand just said.
He's not a fucking worker, bro.
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down. So this guy is a wrestler that thinks Raja is in on the bit. Just like how Randy Orton, if he knew I Show Speed was coming to a WWE event or whatever he's wrestling at now, I don't know how it works, would maybe start a little interaction with Speed and hit him with a fake glass bottle. That's what this guy thinks he's doing. And you know what? I Show Speed would fucking roll with it because he's not a dumb animal that belongs in a cage. Okay?
Oh! Y'all hear that? Because he's what, Guru? What did you say, Guru?
Because he's not a dumb animal that belongs in a cage.
Oh! Here, let's hear that again. That came from the soul. That came from the soul. Y'all, that was from deep within. He's been loading that one up for the past, he's been waiting for this. Dude, Guru has been waiting for the moment he can call someone this. He's been waiting for the moment to flip out and call someone this. Let's hear it.
Because he's not a dumb animal that belongs in a cage.
Dude, that took like 6 breaths there. He had to warm that one up.
Can roll with it because he's not a dumb animal that belongs in a cage.
Oh, he's not a what?
Later in that stream. Then listen to what happens. After he says he's not a worker, bro, calm down.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
You're good, you're good. I think the guy's regretting, like, oh shit, this guy didn't know this was going down. Starts grabbing him a bit.
You gonna sell it?
You gonna sell it? That's what he said. Are you gonna sell it? Are we gonna make this happen? Are we gonna make a bit out of this? You gonna sell it? Selling in WWE or in professional wrestling is when someone gets hit by a fake move. It's all fake.
Free Raja. Yeah, let's not free Raja.
And then they go all over the place. Oh, that really hurt me. They're selling that they're in pain. They're convincing
He's a
the
dumb-
audience that they're in
That belongs.
pain. Okay? And that's what this guy says. He's like, oh shit, this guy's not a worker. As my guy just said, he doesn't want to be a part of this. Like, you're a streamer coming to a pro wrestling event.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
You're good. He grabs him, maybe a bit aggressively. He's also got to watch for himself here as well, because now he's thinking, oh shit, this guy might chin me. He wasn't in on this.
You gonna sell it?
You gonna sell it? Like, you gonna be a part of this gimmick? I just hit you with a can of fucking air. A can of air.
Bro is a woman with a dare. Who are you talking about?
Bro, what the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit. No, I was fucking with it. I know. We're good.
They calm everything down.
Fuck him up, bro. I don't play that shit. Nah, I will fuck him up, bro. I know you will.
And this guy's trying to calm him down. I know you will. I got you. I know you will.
I do not play that shit at all. Nah, I got you.
And this guy's got this look. I do not play that shit at all. He's angry. He's furious. If he would have knocked this guy out in that moment, I wouldn't be making this video. Attempted murder. If he would have knocked the guy out right here, the second he hit him with that can.
Dude, we're 10 minutes in. He's covered everything. How many more clips does he got?
This video don't get made. Then this happened. Okay? Beyond everything else I've shown you so far, this also happened.
Alright,
okay?
bro, chill
and
out.
this is something that
chill
no
out,
one is
chill
including
out.
in their overall recap of what happened. This happened right after that moment.
I appreciate it.
This guy, I apologize, man. This is the guy. This is the guy dead on the ground nearly
Alright, bro.
from
chill
Raja
out.
Jackson. I apologize, man. Reaches out his hand. Raja says, I appreciate it, man. Listen.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker.
I didn't know. I just thought you were a worker. Psycho Stu thought Raja was a wrestler and that they were setting up a story.
Do I watch Guru
He
at
said,
3x speed? Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker. And he said something about the camera crew. They got the camera and, you know, he apologized. They shook hands. They de-escalated the situation to nothing. Okay? I get it. Raja Jackson. I get it. I get it. He just said that, right? Let me go through this whole thing again.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker.
I apologize. You know, it's okay. I thought you were a worker. You know, I saw the cameras and, you know.
I get it.
I get it. Raja Jackson. I get it. Quote, put that in quotes.
So, we're working out. We're gonna come out on your mat, Zeus.
We're going to work out where he's going to come out on your mat. Zeus, or Stu, or whatever he called him, Zeus, I guess. We're going to work out where he's going to come out on your mat. So they planned for Raja to get involved in the wrestling match, where probably they wanted him to, like, clothesline this guy, build the story, do it for the stream, do it for the numbers, go out there, clothesline the guy in the cage, throw a couple punches. Who cares if it hits him or not? Just don't kill him. Don't actually try and kill this guy. Obviously, you dumb animal. And that's what this guy comes in and says. This is the guy that calmed him down before.
Come out on your mat, Zeus.
We're going to have him come out on your mat, Zeus. That's what we're planning on doing.
We're gonna come out on your mat, Zeus. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I know you keep thinking we're working, but we're always working.
I
I get it. Raja says it again. After they've apologized and
Who doesn't care when Connor Sucker Punch KOs two random people unprovoked in the club, or when Ilya KOs a random guy? But those are different situations, are they not? Are they not different situations? I don't know about the Connor Sucker Punch. I don't think he KO'd two guys, though. I don't think he KO'd two guys. I mean, MMA Joey always goes on about. I think he, like, punched two guys. Didn't he just punch two guys? Didn't even KO him? And you got to think about the Ilya one. The Ilya one, Ilya didn't start that thing, though. It was Ilya was attacked. Shara does it and he makes an exposed vid. Yeah, I know, but Shara unprovoked. See, this is a thing that you can't be real. You cannot be real. You cannot be real. Shara saw two people kissing in a mall and started attacking them. Tried to stomp on a guy's head. Ilya was in a club with his boys. Ilya was what? He was playing an arcade game in a random club. Some guy tried to press him or even attacked him first, and him and his boys started beating up guys. I mean, I think those are two, I don't know, completely different things. I don't think you can be that dumb. Can you be that dumb to actually believe that these are even remotely similar? Just because it was a fighter versus a person. Shara got sucker punched first? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did not. No, he did not. No, he did not. Let's look at the attack. Shara attack in the mall. Shara. There's literally footage. Yeah, I know. That Ilias situation was not a music. Was not a music shoot, bro. Raja Life's Matters. Bro. What the fuck does that even mean? Okay, Shara did get attacked first. But it's not out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere, though. It's genuinely not even out of nowhere. The only reason Shara pulls up and starts pressing the guy on the escalator. I can't show it to you guys, but I'll tell you what happens. All right, so the guy's kissing his girl, Shara and the guy, and Shara calls the guy's name. He says, "Hey," and he starts pressing him, getting real close to him in punching range, on the escalator going down the stairs. Shara grabs a hold of the guy. The guy grabs a hold of him back. They start looking at each other. The guy throws a punch at Shara, goes to the clinch. Shara gets thrown on the escalator, gets full mount on top, and then people separate it. But Shara pressed the guy first. So they are completely different situations. Like you can't pull up and start pressing a guy in public in a completely different situation than the Rogers situation. Completely different, bro.
Calmed down. Then he leaps into the cage in the middle of the wrestling match, okay? Apparently he was told to join in. They're going to have him come on in a moment and get back at Stu for this. They're going to build this into something, obviously. Jumps into the cage, okay? He's a 25-year-old man. I had a granddad at war.
Hey, Daggers, do you get sick of the femboy allegations? No. Is Raja cooked? Yeah, I think he's cooked, bro. I think he's cooked. I mean, this is going to be pretty rough. This is pretty rough.
Or at 16.
It's a pretty thick neck, though. Hey, this is a pretty thick neck.
We need to stop accepting 25-year-olds as he's just a kid. This is a grown adult, or at least he should be, if he was able to form like other humans. This is an unevolved animal that belongs in a cage. I can't say it any other way. You are not like us. You're not like us.
Hey, they not like us. They not like us. Mustard. They not like us. Am I right? All because of kick chat? Dude, I don't know. I don't understand. No way. I think it's more because it cannot just because of kick chat. He can't form. Hi, bro. They not like us. This guy's quoting Kendrick Lamar on a Rampage Jackson's son. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that we would hear a Kendrick Lamar lyric watching MMA Guru break down Rampage Jackson's son nearly murdering a man in a WWE octagon?
You're not human like us. You don't have that thing in your brain that makes you human. Get in a cage. You can't be trusted in society.
No, it's because of the kick chat. He was reading the chat, telling him he was gonna fuck him up before he got in the ring. What do you mean? What do you mean? He was reading the chat and telling them he was gonna fuck them up before he got in the ring. Really?
Look at the way this guy's reacted. He just tried to murder someone in a ring, in my opinion. I'm playing a character.
Tired of motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them's a bitch and fucking bit me.
One of them's a bitch and fucking bit me. You just tried to kill one of them. They took a nibble.
A nibble? Alright, bro. He smashed a can of drink on his head. You don't do that. It was an empty can of drink. I'm sorry. It's an empty can of drink. It's a prop. It's a pro wrestling prop. Empty can of drink. What? There's a clip of Roger's cameraman recording him ringside. Roger said, yeah, they said I could hit him for real. I've always wanted to fuck up a pro wrestler. I'm going to hit him as many times as I can. What? Roger was on his phone talking smack about the kick chat before going in. They got to him. Bro really let virgins in chat calling him a bitch land him in prison for attempted murder? What? Huh? That is crazy. Guru says no impulse control when he's an obese man. Yeah, I think these are I don't know. VAR, I think these are, I don't know, maybe a little bit different. Maybe like slightly different. one having no impulse control over eating, and one having no impulse control over beating a man to the brink of death. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Call me crazy. These might be a little bit different. I don't know. These might be a little bit different situations. Dude, he's only halfway through the video. This is insane.
You just tried to kill his friend. That's what you're focused on? Immediately a victim. Immediately a victim, bitch. Straight up. He deserved that tornado kick in sparring. We owe that sparring partner an apology. He must have known.
Alright, bro, stop talking about the Mossad, man. This is not Mossad trying to get at Raja Jackson. Guru trying to get all the clout he can. Dude, I know. This guy's genuinely... You know some people clip farm? Dude, Guru long format farms. This guy long format farms. He loves turning 3 minutes of footage into a 40-minute video.
Something we didn't. Straight up. Is it silly to throw in sparring that tornado kick that he got hit with, which people are using as an excuse? He got barely wobbled by a 50% spinning kick. He did not get flatline KO'd into a coma and now he doesn't know what's going on. Shut up. That is not an excuse for this at all.
Real shit. One little bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. No fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'm standing up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro.
He smashed...
Nah, that's crazy, dude. I acted like this when I was like 9, dude. When I was like 12, I used to get like... When I was like, yeah, when people used to come at me, when like my family used to come at me, bro, when I was like 12, I would get this mad. You know what I mean? When like, dude, when people used to get me mad, I used to be like this mad. I'd be like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And then I came to like 13 years old. And then I was like, yeah, maybe I was just a crash out. Like, dude, no way this guy's acting like this at the big age of 25, dog. I don't know. I used to get this angry when I was like 12 and like just crash out. But now you would never catch me doing anything close to this. Nowhere, dude, not even a quarter of being that angry. Funny to see Guru flip from being mad about the Shiloh cutie calling that in Indian the N-word in the park, but then he sees this and now he's back on board. Alright, bro, don't say it's back on board. Apparently this was all cause they ran. Alright, bro. I was high the other day and realizing like 12 years of school is a complete waste of time because now, alright, bro. Raj is 25 acting like this. Yeah, I know it's rough. This
You're
is rough.
a pro wrestling event. He smashed a fake gimmick can on your head, thinking that you were a worker here to do the stream with him because you've got a camera crew with you. If I Show Speed would have done this, no, I Show Speed wouldn't have done this. If I Show Speed went to a pro wrestling event with his camera crew and the wrestlers were there, it's on. They're doing gimmicks. They're setting it up. He's gonna jump in the cage. He's getting speared by Randy Orton, I think it was, really badly. Shout out to I Show Speed for being a human being. This fucking cunt is an animal that belongs in... We have horses behind wooden barriers, okay? We have barnyard animals in caged. They are not as dangerous as Raja Jackson. They are not as unpredictable as Raja Jackson, it seems. This is a dumb, unevolved human. Get him in a cage. I swear to God.
Real shit.
Come on, man. And then this guy starts trying to... I hate this guy, by the way. Because he's doing a whole speech afterwards about Rampage, get your ass down there. Fuck this loser of a guy. I don't even care who you are or what happened to your friend. If you've seen the clip of this other guy, he's a fucking loser. But rightfully so, he's angry at Raja Jackson. But there's another clip of him that's just like, oh, shut up, man. You're trying to make this about you. There's another clip of him. But in this context, you would think that this guy is just like sticking up for his friend, which he is in this moment.
Hey, Roger, let's go. Come on, Roger, let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go.
And his cameraman saying like, let's go, Raja. We've got to go. We've got to go, Raja. We've got to go.
He's actually fleeing the scene. Total setup. Yeah, you're hilarious. You know why they call him Rampage? I guess we know why they call him Rampage, yeah. But this isn't even Rampage Jackson. This is Raja. Raja. Bro really compared I Show Speed to Raja. Yeah, bro thought I Show Speed is watching his video. Alright, bro. You ain't that guy. You think I Show Speed is watching your clips? Alright, bro. This guy says, shout out I Show Speed. Hey, I Show Speed, if you're watching this, shout out for being a real human. Yeah. Yo, shout out I Show Speed, bro. I know you're watching this. Thank you for being a real human, bro. Unlike this animal who belongs in a cage after getting slammed in the head with a can of drink. With a can of drink, mate. Can't believe they followed him outside onto pavement. Yeah, I don't know. Surprised nobody had a gun. I mean, isn't this Florida? It's like when you got hit as a kid and you crashed out in your room. Yeah. Yeah, this is how I would act when I would get into trouble, or like when like my parents wouldn't let me do something. I'd like go to my room and act like this. I'd be like, I'm about to crash out. But that was at like 8 years old. And then I hit 13. I was like, you know what? Let's not become a total crash out. Can't believe they followed him outside, yeah.
Hang on.
Tell me serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger. Let's go.
I don't give a fuck. You gotta start telling me shit. You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro. You can't do shit to me. You can't fuck with me, bro. You can't fuck with me. Come on, let's go.
You can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me. You can't do shit to me. Police can. Put him in a cage. Put him in a cage.
Rampage ripped the door on Tough? Yeah, I guess so. To be fair, everybody probably left their guns at home for the local regional pro wrestling show. Bad idea. Bad idea. Rampage has serious anger issues? Yeah. True though, but doesn't seem like you have the facts. What do you mean? What facts? What facts do I need? What facts am I missing here? It's okay to attack random people and don't know while being drunk? Bro, what? So it's okay to attack random people that don't know while being drunk? Bro, whose side are you on? Well, I don't think you understand. It's like when Connor punched that Miami mascot. I don't know. Is it like when Connor punched that Miami mascot? I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't think so. I don't think Connor actually punched the Miami mascot. Like that seems set up. Did it not? Because he punched him, but it didn't look like. Can you get KO'd in like a furry helmet? I don't think you get KO'd in a furry helmet. Can you? Raja needs to go to spiritual retreatment in India for 2-3 years and forget. All right, bro. I don't think a spiritual retreatment to India will make someone less angry. If anything, that makes them more aggravated. Then he's just gonna crash out on like in like a large crowd of people. Rampage bullying his son for years probably didn't help either. Yeah, probably. Rampage, I don't know, man. Rampage is I have my opinions on Rampage, but I don't know. Rampage seems a little bit interesting. Didn't he like lose like his V card to like his cousin or something? Didn't Rampage lose his V card to his cousin? Wasn't that like a thing? Or it's like I don't know, something happens in the hood in America. I'm not from America, so I wouldn't know, but the hood in America seems pretty it's a deep rabbit hole, I feel. Muhammad acting like he wouldn't get hard if Habib landed a double leg on an NBA mascot. All right, bro. Sorry for the bad text. Let me explain. I'll let you explain. One punch is not the same as a brutal beating. Does Raja know what a 45-70 is? Apparently not. Apparently Raja does not know what a 45-70 is because someone could have had a 45-70. The mascot wearing a massive padded costume? Yeah.
Lock the door. Hose him down now and then. Spit up mushed up apple in there for him to eat. Genuinely a
You said that because his name is Raja? Is Raja an Indian name?
danger to society. An unevolved...
How many punches did Raja throw? Bro, like 20 just in a row. Just
human. I can't believe there's a 50-50 split on this on Twitter.
Bro, this guy's acting like Twitter represents, bro. MMA Guru. See, this is the problem. This is the problem, dude. This is the problem. People think Twitter represents like real people's thoughts. Half of the people on Twitter are bots. Like it's been confirmed that like 50% of all the people on Twitter are just straight up just bots being controlled by people to like farm engagement and make money. Like it's crazy.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is another video that has surfaced where the refs are trying to help the veteran wrestler who is beat up. He wasn't responding for a very long time.
Late stoppage. All right. No, it's over. It's over. Where Bardina? Served Rampage Jackson my work in front of the chick he was with and said he wanted his steak well done because he only likes one. Alright, bro, that is not true.
This is him here. Being patted. They're trying to wake him up. Stay with us. Stay with us. Come on, you're in this. He's not getting up because what just happened here?
Hey, Guru, stop going back to this clip, bro.
From transpiring early days, had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. Had no business doing anything close to physical contact.
Alright, bro, chill out. Stop showing this fucking video, bro. Stop the fight! Hey, stop the fight! Hey, stop the fight! Who was that? That was Jai Herbert? Who KO'd Jai Herbert?
Unevolved animals, and there are more and more of them every year in our society. And I'm noticing it. And Rampage, back to Rampage. I don't condone my son's actions at all. I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. Thank you for including him. I'm glad that at the end of that you got to Mr. Smith. I hope he's okay. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery, okay? I apologize on behalf of this and Kick for the situation. I scroll down. Look at the top comments. I think we all understand why he did it. Anyone would have reacted the same way, but we need to help him release that anger in healthier ways.
True. That's so true. That's so true. We all understand why he did it. We all do. And anybody who would have reacted the same way, but we need to help him release that anger in healthier ways. I mean, come on. Dude, we totally need to do that. Let's give him meth. Let's give him fired up on meth. Methamphetamine. Let's give him crack. Let's give him let's give him some fen, bro. Let's get him fired up. Release his anger in healthier ways. Dude is an MMA fighter already. Not for anymore. You think any commission will let Raja fight ever? Dude, no MMA commission will ever let Raja fight. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Early stoppage. All right, bro. It's over. No, it's over. It's over. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Hey, stop the fight. Rampage only worried about their kick contracts. Dude, that is hilarious. Dude, that is not funny. That is not funny. Yeah, dude, I feel bad for I'm just sorry that Kick had to witness that. Hopefully we can still be on contract. Dana White Contender Series contract incoming. Yeah. Yeah, look, the kid went out there and he went out there and he tried to get the finish. And that's what we need. People talk about having it. What is it? Raja Jackson is it. You know, instead of be like Joe Pyfer, be like Raja. Be like Raja Jackson. So Raja goes to a wrestling event to have somebody at random, also drunk, doesn't even know who he is, then attack him. Also tell him to get it back in the ring, and the referee didn't even stop it. So he goes to a wrestling event to have somebody at random also drunk. I don't know if he was drunk, but I don't think that does anything. Then attack him. Yeah, he attacked him, and then what happened? See, I think you're missing a large chunk in the middle where they sorted it out, and he said, "I'm sorry, I apologize. I thought you were in on the bit. It was an empty can. It was an empty can of drink, as Guru says. It's an empty can of drink." And he says, "I'm sorry, I apologize, this and that." And then when the guy says, "Get it back in the ring," I think they refer to, I don't know, maybe getting it back in a wrestling sense. I don't think they go out there and bludgeon somebody's face in. I think if someone in their right mind genuinely thinks that getting it back in a pro wrestling ring where it's known to be scripted and fake, if someone says, "Oh, they said get it back," means bludgeon someone's face in, I think you're either willfully ignorant or just so beyond cooked mentally, and you need to just stop being on your phone. Seems sus. Yeah, I don't think that's sus. You know what's sus? Seeing Purple go into the vent when you're playing Among Us. Okay, that's sus. Okay. When Purple doesn't know what tasks he completed in Among Us, that's sus. This is, I don't know, attempted murder. I think they're very different things. Seems sus. All right, bro. Yellow venting in front of your eyes is sus. This is not sus. Dude's literally an MMA fighter, and they're saying he needs to find a way to release his anger. But this is, you know what this is, guys? You know what this is? Anybody who has a check mark makes money from interactions on their tweet. You know that, right? Anybody who has a blue check mark makes money from their tweets when people interact with them. So this guy obviously doesn't believe this, but he knows that saying this right here will get interactions, mostly negative, and interactions that disagree with this, but it will get interactions. That's why you're seeing more comments or roughly more comments than likes. It's like, bro, these people literally do this and get paid to get interactions like this. All these people do this. They don't even know the situation. They just say things so they can make money. It's crazy.
Nah, fuck.
Raja Ryzen contract incoming? Maybe. Sometimes a simple sorry works better than a long paragraph. Dana White, where's Goddard when you need him? Bro, Goddard would have stopped the fight when he hit him with an empty can of drink. He'd been, no, Raja, it's over. It's over. No. If Strickland can be an MMA fighter, Raja should also. That's a fight I want to see. Raja versus Strickland in a randomly bump into each other and just rage at each other. Strickland wants to fight everybody except the guy he's in the ring with. Yeah. He was. Look it up. What do you mean? He was drunk or he was drinking? I was against Raja, but because you give a 1.5 big apology doesn't make it all right. No one... Bro, what? That doesn't have anything to do with it. You was against Raja. You were against Raja. But just because you give half-baked apology doesn't make it all right. So what is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? Are you trying to say that it gives him the reasonable pathway to make this course of action in his mind? What are you trying to say by it doesn't make it all right? What does that entail? Are you saying he should have done it, shouldn't have done it, shouldn't have done it and still be angry, should have done it, had remorse? What does that mean? What are you trying to say? I don't think you're elaborating enough. If you watch a clip of Stu getting beat, his nose literally bends backwards, nose got destroyed. Oh, that's rough.
Fuck Raja and fuck you too, Rampage. This is another one, but then there's another one. Free Raja, ain't no one smash a can on my head and think it's okay. I would have been back with my 9 in 2 minutes. I'm just hovering over profile pictures.
Hey, he follows Guru, bro. He literally follows Guru. Look, follows you. Bilal. This guy's a bot. This guy's genuinely a bot. He was drunk. Okay, what happened exactly with Raja? So Raja went to this pro wrestling event, and some guy was talking to him. A pro wrestler was talking to him. The pro wrestler thought that because Raja was streaming, he was trying to get something for his content and be a part of the wrestling action. Therefore, he grabbed an empty can of drink, hit Raja in the head with it. Raja got pressed about it because he got hit in the head with a can, and then they get separated. People come in the middle and say, Raja, calm down. He didn't know that you weren't trying to do this. He thought you were trying to do a pro wrestling bit. Then they talked to each other afterwards. He apologized. Raja said, it's all good, man. And then Raja gets tormented by his chat into basically just gets rage baited by his chat, jumps in the ring, which he was told to do. But what he was not told to do was beating a man. So he picked up the guy who smashed him with a can, threw him down, slams him, starts beating him up on the ground, knocks him out, and then lands like 30 more punches unprovoked. People try to pull him off, and he doesn't get pulled off, and he keeps punching, so it's pretty bad. Raja needs to read some philosophy in jail for a bit, maybe some mushrooms. All right, Joe Rogan, mushrooms are not going to solve this issue, bro. I don't know if drugs are the way to fix Raja's mental problems. Are you going to abruptly end stream? No. It's insane how much money Guru takes from everybody. He sucks up all the companion streams. Why do you hate MMA Joe? He's the one who likes hums up more than me, and he does not. And I don't hate MMA Joe. I don't know what you're talking about. Raja needs... At the end of the video, Guru says people attacked him for being racist, then proceeds to say one of the most racist things I've heard in a while. Hate when people use a cut and dry wrong actions to justify racism. What does he say that's racist? Does he say something like black people are, black people this, black people that? What does he say?
I'm just
Raja needs to read the Bible. Yeah, I don't think he needs to read the Bible, bro.
Profile pictures. It's fucking crazy. This is a crazy situation. Now, to put this into extra perspective, this is Rampage's reaction. There needs to be included this as well. Raja starts saying this on the mic before he jumps in. This is the body of the guy, by the way, after the fact.
No, they didn't tell me to fake him. They said I could hit him for real. Yeah, they allowed me to hit him for real.
That sounds like let me get my insurance policy out before I do what I'm about to do to this guy. They did not ask you to try and kill this man in the ring at a pro wrestling match for real. Maybe they said, don't worry about trying to make it seem too authentic. You can make contact. He knows what he's doing.
Penguin
Maybe
did it?
that's what they said to
Really?
him. They did not say that. And even if they did, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't matter. You are a dumb human.
Your last stream file was Joey still fat? You hate him? No. Am I wrong? Malcolm Mulmaker fan. Is Joey not fat? Is Joey not fat?
I wouldn't even consider human. There's nothing human about that. Are we not?
I think Raja's actions were justified if you look at Raja's Hi, bro.
Evolved. Are we not evolved? Are we beyond animals yet? I swear we were in the early 2000s. I swear we were. In the early 2000s, we were beyond animals. Now we're back. And we're slowly reverting closer and closer to it. I swear. I swear. Earlier this month, this is what Rampage said. But there's another clip.
He says that he thought his evolved. Yeah, but is that like targeting a group of people, or is that targeting an individual? I think racism is about targeting the individual.
Clip of this is
I mean,
Rampage.
targeting the group, not the individual.
Rampage's reaction, by the way.
Moist critical.
You saw it? Let me see. What the face? Hey, is he gonna get banned for it?
Is he going to get banned for it?
Nah. That's his first reaction is he going to get banned? What advice do you have for Raja? Shit. Like the stream. Like the stream, brother. Like the stream. And start praying. Rampage crazy for that? Is he going to get banned? Is crazy. Is he going to get banned? Is he going to get banned? That's your first thought? This guy nearly murdered somebody on live stream. And your first thought is he going to get banned? Why doesn't anybody care about Raja? What's up, Hackle? Do you have any solutions? Then you just sitting on everybody's responses. Do I have any solutions to Raja's mental? Like, what do you want me to say? Any solutions? I don't know. Maybe don't hit someone in the face. don't crash out and try to murder somebody. That's my solution. I don't know, man. Maybe try to be a man. I think that's a good solution, and try to not do something stupid like this. Is my solution.
Rampage, man. He hasn't seen the video yet.
That's really bad.
It's been bad. I feel bad for Rampage in a way. Listen, you can say, it's him as a father. He wasn't there when he was growing up. Whatever you want to say. Brother, someone snapping and not having that fucking thought.
Raja's a 26-year-old kid. Give him a break. That's so true. That's so true. He's just a 36-year-old kid. He's just a 58-year-old kid. Give him a break. He's just a 62-year-old kid. Give him a break. Come on, man. Give him a break, man. Come on. Final solution. My final solution is to sub to dag type shit. Rampage said Raja has a learning disability. Like he's dyslexic, so that caused him to crash out. He's just dyslexic, bro. That happens. Yeah. He just has crackhead energy. Yeah. He just has crackhead energy, guys. So it's chill. It's chill, bro. He just has crackhead energy. Like Emily.
I don't know how
Emily
has
has crackhead energy.
Rampage ain't never done this. If Rampage had a history of doing some shit like this in the street, maybe I'd understand. But Rampage is just a shock. Like, what did he do? Make sure I don't get copyrighted here. Oh, what the fuck, man. Sneeko looks away with a bit of a nervous grin. Because look when he looks back. Your son's going to jail. Or you're going to get costed millions in legal fees. That's that look from Sneeko right there.
God
Looks back and
damn!
goes, yeah, there ain't no defending that at all. And I bet you they
God
didn't even see.
damn. The ref didn't step in. They say to keep punching until the ref steps in. This is just pure rage bait. This is just pure rage bait. The referee? You mean the pro wrestling ref? That has nothing to do with a fist fight? Poor Raja, nobody takes the rich kid seriously. 28, by the way. This goes to show you coming from a rich family don't matter. Yeah, but was he from like a rich, but it wasn't like it's not about being rich or not. It's about having like a good family at the end of the day. So it's never having a rich family. The pro wrestler was drunk and not 100% in his brain. What I'm saying is it doesn't give you the right to attack someone and then tell them to get them back in the ring. Then the extra punches was much. What I'm saying is it doesn't give you the right to attack someone, then tell them to get back in the ring. The extra punches was much. Holy shit. I think we got dyslexic, bro. Don't crash out like Raja, bro. He said in the past he's not normal. He's like a child. He should go to jail. No excuse. Yeah.
The full thing.
Okay. Oh Jesus! And my guru needs to stop. He should stick to making comments on MMA fights, which nobody asked for, by the way. But this guru should stop ASAP. Why? What did Guru say that's wrong? I haven't heard anything that he said. I mean, he's being exaggeratory in like his reaction, but is he wrong in what he's saying? Like generally, in like in the broad stroke, is he wrong? Is what he's saying wrong in terms of Raja should not have done this? Raja is not is too old to be doing something like this. He has problems that need to be seriously addressed, and this is, this is just a bad thing. Like I don't understand. What are you saying that's wrong? Why are you obsessed with Guru? Ah, he's so sexy. I'm going to be saying a can of drink for the next week because of you now. Yeah. Can I just get a kind of drink? Yeah, I just want a kind of drink. The pro wrestling ref was acting like it was a magical time and just came, hey, stop that, knock it off, quit it. Hey, knock it off. Hey, man. Hey, quit it, bro. Hey, knock it off, man. Hey. Hey, dude, get out of there, man. Come on. He's got to get out of there. He's got to get out of there. Come on. That's tight. That's tight. Hey, DC, that's tight. Joe, that's tight. That's tight. Dan Hardy was there, he would be screaming. Dude, Dan Hardy would be fuming. Stop the fight! Stop the fight! Red bearded man who never leaves his shed. He's a racist bigot. Hi, bro. Tank Davis versus Paul, who you got? Probably Jake Paul. No. Probably Tank Davis by decision. No, but it's not going to the scoreboards, right? It's going to be a draw. Muddy Mouse uses MMA Guru for views. Yeah, that's obvious. That's obvious. Because Mighty Mouse knows that MMA Guru, at the end of the day, does he know much about the sport in like the details of it? He knows to predict fights. He knows what fighters look like, but he doesn't know the deets. You're being a hypocrite. If this was Hamza, you'd be defending him. Remember when he tried to fly to Ireland to beat up Connor for mentioning Chechnya? He wasn't trying to fly to Ireland to beat up Connor for mentioning Chechnya. He was actually flying to Ireland to beat up Connor because Connor had posted videos where he was beating up a Chechen boxer. You don't want Guru to bring coverage about how everybody hates him. You're laughing, brother. Raja needs help. Jesus Christ, you're bashing him when he's down. You're covering something you can't, so you can have views. You need Jesus Christ, bro. You're lame and sad. Me? Can you just get off? You're being sad and pathetic, and the Lord Jesus Christ will hold you accountable for this moment. Pathetic. Yeah, yeah. When I die and I go up to Jesus Christ, and I'm saying, so am I in? Hey, you gonna let me go through, or am I going down below, or am I gonna go to purgatory? What's the deal here? Where am I going, bro? Where are you sending me to? He's gonna be like, well, you actually looked at a clip of Raja beating up a man, so I don't know. I mean, we have guys who, just, have sold drugs, beaten women, and, destroyed their lives, but at the end of the day, they turned to Christ before they died, so they're allowed in. But you looked at a clip of Raja beating a man, so I don't know. I think in order to get to heaven, if you believe in Jesus, isn't it like, I don't know, you have to believe in Jesus? I don't think, isn't that like the whole point? Isn't that the whole point? If you're baptized, believe in Christ, you kind of go there. I think, I don't know what page in the Bible it says, do not react to Raja. Yeah. In Leviticus 3:12, it says, bro, whatever you do, do not react to Raja beating up a man. Whatever you do. What's up, I'm not. Deck Loki at the highest layer? No. You're slandering him, and you should be encouraging. I'm not what have I said that's slandering him? JB is a bot, bro. You're genuinely a bot. You're not real. You're a bot, bro. You're an actual bot. You're not real. Free Raja. Bro, okay. This guy's not in jail. What are we freeing him from? He's not in jail.
Insane, bruv. Earlier this month, this was Rampage Jackson about his son.
His oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew they was going to college.
Play it again.
Raja and his oldest son, whole life.
Raja and his older son, or I guess Raja and his older brother.
I knew them two wasn't going to college.
He knew those two weren't going to college. Raja and his other son with the same woman.
and my two Japanese kids.
Thou shalt not react to Raja. I forgot, dude. That's dude. The sixth commandment is thou shalt not react to Raja. Yeah, that's the sixth commandment. I forgot about that. How dare I?
I knew they was going to college.
I knew they was going to college, but not Raja and his brother with the other woman.
So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Raja and his brother. So
I know this is a joke, but there's a truth in all jokes. You know what I mean? There is a truth in all jokes. This is the wrestler.
Pro in 2000.
I didn't want to include this until the end because I don't want no wholesome video to tarnish the way you viewed whatever you viewed. But I'll include it at the end.
Pro in 2009. I just got out
We're
of
laughing at what he's doing. I'm a young man like you, dude. Sometimes we need to be careful what we're saying because every word we'll be accountable for. I'm laughing. Did I laugh at what he was doing? I don't think I did.
military probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military. I joined Knox
If
Pro.
I grew it as basic Canadian accent, he would be a nobody. Nah. Rampage loved mentioning how he cracked a Japanese woman with no protection. Yeah, I don't know. Rampage gives me weird vibes. Hackle, I'd tell you what I think about Rampage. Dude, Hackle, I'd love to talk to you about what I think of Rampage in Discord, bro. I wouldn't say it on here, but I'll tell you what I think about Rampage in Discord, bro. Because
I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would. Pro in 2009.
Unless there are millions passed over, Raja's going to jail. And I want to make this very clear as well. When it comes to us...
That's rough. That's rough. You hate the American flag? All right, bro.
Evolving as society goes on, which I'm noticing. I'm noticing a lot of things recently. And this has really pushed me over the edge. A PTSD war veteran, struggling with PTSD, bad PTSD, has more emotional control and more impulse control than Raja Jackson.
If you're talking shit about Rampage... yeah, I'm not.
The son of a million.
Bro, I'm just watching a video, guys. Stop it. Stop it. I'm just trying to watch a video, guys.
Yeah? That's had a
The
streaming
Godfather of
career
ground and
fucking
pound.
handed to
Bro.
him on a silver platter. A CTE veteran, PTSD of the war, whatever war he was in, whatever army he was in, he's got PTSD, struggling. He, who has seen the horrors of the world most...
If anybody would have done that to me, disrespect me in any way, hey, bro.
likely, in order to receive that PTSD.
Pro-intoxicated wrestler attacks a streamer, not knowing he was a professional fighter, then turns around, knocks him out. Also, the ref didn't do nothing. Bro, you guys are bots. You guys cannot be real. You guys are just bots, right? You just came up with, like, the most misleading headline possible and just typed it out. Like, what are you trying to prove to me? Are you trying to change my mind? Trying to get me to argue with you? Like, you're not going to change your mind. I'm not going to change your mind. I don't know what you're trying to get at. Like, you want me to believe something that just impossible for me to believe? What you believe is wrong, and it is what it is. It is what it is. You want to spin it however you want to spin it. I mean, there's live footage of it. I don't care what led up to that. Nothing should lead up to that. Nothing. If you're a man, you walk away from it. That's what you're supposed to do. You walk away. You know what Jesus said? He said, slap me on my right, turn the other cheek, turn to the left. Let them slap you on your left. That's what you got to do, brother. Dude's face? Yeah, I know.
SD has more emotional control than Raja Jackson. This fucking dumbass animal. Straight up. There's no...
You said it wrong, but that's what happened. Yeah, except you missing out. Every single interaction. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not American, bro. Only in the US, yeah. Stop the fight. If it was Herb Dean as a ref, you would have stopped the fight without Raja landing a hit, maybe.
No way around.
Unconscious shots, that's 20, yeah.
There is...
Bro, why does he keep showing this, man?
Thought in his fucking brain. Like, done something bad to Raja.
Okay. That was interesting. Let's, Penguenzo? Dag. Stop bringing up Jesus. You're Jewish? Hi, bro. What does that even mean? Y'all dumb if you think Raja's going to jail? Bro, you're not serious. Raja is most likely going to jail, bro. Moist Critical did a great breakdown. Okay. I got sucker punched by a girl last night. I forgot how little power they have. Bro, girls, I mean, bro, yeah. That's like getting stung by a mosquito. Raja's most likely going to jail. I don't know what you're talking about. Zug would have let it go. No. Yeah. I don't know. What's it like being a Jew? Hi, bro. Maybe if it was the first time offender, but I think he's going to be locked up again. Dude is already out. Yeah. He's not going to jail. Y'all are so soft. Bro, I'm going to ban. Bro, Diener. You are so low IQ. So low IQ. So low IQ, bro. You're so low IQ. He's going to jail. Like, what do you think? Oh, dude, these pro wrestling guys, they're a G, bro. These pro wrestling guys, they wouldn't press charges. All right. If they don't press charges, the cops will press charges. The police will press charges. This is how life works, brother. This guy's a crash out. 25-year-old baby. Let's be honest. That's what Rod he acted like a 25-year-old baby. Like, you don't crash out that bad. Doesn't matter if your Twitch chat, your Kick chat made you crash out. You don't crash out that bad. You walk away. I don't know. Walk away. Walk away. You're not Jesus. Stop talking about him. I'm not Jesus. Therefore, I cannot talk about Rampage Jackson. The DJ's looking for... he started playing Chief Keef during the crash out. PTSD, diagnosed drunk veteran, and a concussed kid with daddy and mommy issues don't go together. Nah, bro, stop. I don't care what type of people they are. You don't get to that point. Yeah, I mean, you talk about like mental conditions a guy's has as like a justification for someone else's action is the most insane thing I've ever heard. PTSD, drunk, veteran. Like, what is that? What are you talking about? Well, you don't bring up someone's if someone's mental barriers had no effect in what led up to a situation, why even bring it up? PTSD, drunk. Bro, what did he do? He tried to pull a WWE wrestling move on some kid that didn't pan out, apologized, and then gets jumped and brutally knocked out. I mean, seriously? And you're saying PTSD drunk. You're trying to like throw that in there so you can try to justify his actions. Like, obviously Raj is wrong, but let's not forget both are at wrong. Like, bro, what? I've noticed it's Jesus. Raj going to prison? Hi, bro. The timing of Chief Keef song made it feel like it was all scripted. Hi. What happened since Dag? I don't know. Alright, bro, chill. Chill, James. Chill, bro. What are you talking about, brother? It's weird as fuck. Don't like. Chief Keef is fire. Yeah. The video was amazing. Thank you for the YouTube content. You're welcome. What is this yapping club? I don't know. Jail is up in the air, but no one's looking at all the facts. I mean, at the end of the day, there's gonna be a legal proceeding, and whether or not you believe what you believe, this guy's cooked. I mean, let's be honest. I think we know what's going to go down with the Florida police and this situation. I mean, if you present, dude, this is if you're the guy's lawyer, if you're the police's lawyer, dude, this is probably one of the it's all on live stream. This is all on live stream, bro. It's probably one of the easiest cases. This is just like a conviction handed to you. Streamer nearly beats a man to death. Let's see what.
What an unbelievably crazy week on Kick. I was just talking about the French streamer Jean Parmenov, who passed away in his sleep on stream after a marathon of abuse from some other streamers. And just now, I literally just finished streaming Resident Evil 6, and I was taking a little tinkle, and I got sent a little something that is...
Your Honor, my client is innocent. Case closed. He said he's innocent. I guess what can we say? What can we do?
So diabolical. I had to hop
Can't
back
wait
in
for
the
Penguin to sit on the fence.
saddle and yap about it. It is incomprehensible that yet another potential death was just streamed on Kick. I'm recording this an hour after it happened, and the victim is currently still in the ICU, so I guess by the time I post this, I'll know whether or not they passed away, but I'm going to keep this part in here right now because it's up in the air. A Kick streamer, Raja Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson, and also a professional fighter, just went fucking ballistic on a wrestler during a wrestling event on stream. He picks the wrestler up, slams him on the mat, and then lays down 27 punches to the man's skull.
A live stream rage baited Raja. Bye, bro.
Of which were delivered while he was unconscious. And by the end of it, he is bleeding and bloodied. They couldn't wake him up. They said he was barely breathing, and someone even used the word flatline, that he was...
Bro, this Morse guy sucks. Turn it off. Yeah, you're just mad. You're just mad. You're just mad. You're just mad because you're wrong. You're wrong. You're just mad.
Flatline.
Your Honor, my client's eye, bro.
In the ring. This is not fake. This is not scripted.
No way. Please don't show the...
I did my best to censor this. It is brutal. It is extremely hard to watch. I also cut the clip short, but they pan back and he is covered in blood. Raja Jackson is a professional fighter who has unloaded, I counted 27 blows to an unconscious man. And they all are connecting. This is not like fake. It's not like he's pulling any of his punches. They are all hitting squarely on this man's skull, bouncing his head off of the mat. And I said most of them were when he was unconscious. All of them are while he's unconscious. When I watched it back, it's clear that when he slammed him on the mat, his head hit the mat and it knocked him out immediately. So all 27, potentially more, punches that he threw were on an unconscious man. That can be fatal. That is most oftentimes fatal. And he wasn't done either. It's not like he just stopped and said, okay, well, that's plenty. I've had my fill. He was still going. The only reason there weren't more punches thrown by him is because the other wrestlers were able to separate him. But he was fighting against them to go back and keep beating this unconscious man. He probably wouldn't have stopped punching him until his head popped like a balloon. It's extremely scary, and even if he does pull through, this could have life-changing repercussions with brain damage and so many other complications for the rest of his life, if he even survives, which we don't know yet. He apparently flatlined in the ring and is currently still in the ICU, and we don't have any updates. This is terrifying stuff. Hello, it's Charles, first thing in the morning here, and we don't have a ton of official updates on the condition of that wrestler, but the father of
Kind of looks like Keanu Reeves.
Rampage Jackson, gave an update where he is saying that Psycho Stu, that's the name of the wrestler, is his son. They had like a little beef before the event started, and someone had told Raja Jackson that he could like double leg take down Psycho Stu in the ring and then throw like a fake punch, and that would be it. They like settle the beef and create like the storyline. But Raja Jackson on stream, on camera, says that he is going to hurt Psycho Stu. He said he will not stop punching him until people yank him off of him. So he took that like pseudo invite, like green light to be involved in the wrestling event as a permission slip to go brutally assault this man and beat him within an inch of his life. Like, I think you could also make a case that this is attempted murder. This was premeditated assault that he planned on not stopping at any point until third parties intervened. Like, I really think you could make like a real argument that he had went in there with the full intentions of killing.
Dude, is Diener here watching this? Hey Diener, what do you think about this, bro? What do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? This guy's hitting you with the hard facts, and you have no rebuttal that is based in any sort of facts. Imagine being apologized to 3 times and letting chat incels get to your mental. I know. I mean, dude, Kick's taking a huge loss.
Psycho Stu. That's what it looks like to me.
Tell you guys, they told me to hit him and just leave. Somebody will pull me off of him and leave. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit him as many times as I can. Watch.
That's indefensible. You can see him literally planning it off the back of them giving him like the instructions for a work where he'd come in and he'd deliver like a hit, like a fake hit, and then he'd be pulled off and that'd be the end of it. And he is saying, but watch this, I'm going to keep punching him. Like, he is blatantly stating this. It is very clearly a premeditated assault. And like I said, I really think his goal was to kill Psycho Stu there. It really seems like that was his mission. And you can't chalk this up to confusion where he was directed to do something but then just went a little far, like, mistakenly. He is, with his own voice, his own vocal folds, flapping with their own volition here. He is stating, they told me to do this, but instead, I'm going to do this. I'm going to punch him as many times as I possibly can.
Dude, Guru and Penguin Zeno, one thing I've noticed is that these guys are good at milking shit, like, beyond. Prison, no excuse for any other outcome. He says he's tired of people seeing him as a punk, then does the most pathetic, spineless thing to somebody who obviously isn't a threat to you and is way older than you. Roger accepted the apology, proceeded to do that. I work with kids, and that man's rant about being was reminiscent of when kids have an explosive meltdown. One, the wrestler thought Raja and his crew were part of the act. 2, the can of beer was a prop. It literally folded like tinfoil, shot vapor out of it. Afterwards, the wrestler apologized, stuck his hand out to Raja, shook it. After the wrestler apologized again, Raja can be seen nodding and heard saying, "I get it." 4, the wrestlers agreed to allow Raja into the ring for a friendly form of payback. You can even see the wrestler smile as he's being lifted because he's under the impression everybody's having a good time. Yeah, where's Diener at, bro? Where's Diener? I thought he was humble when he didn't react to that spinning head kick the other guy. Yeah, I don't know. Not only did he film himself, but he also said he was going to do prior to doing it. Dude needs to go to jail. I don't know where Diener's at. Yo, Diener. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Bro's ducking. Bro's actually ducking. Diener, big time ducker, bruh. Thought he was humble when he, yeah. They milk for 40-minute video and then you milk it for a 2-hour stream. Bro, yeah, hey, Diener, yo, Diener, you pussy, you still here? It's like going off on Rampage Street Raj on camera, does terrible things that negatively affect his son's mental. No excuses for Raja, though. Prison. As a former independent wrestling referee, this shit is scary. I would have frozen. You just don't see shoot punches like that. He's an MMA fighter and a pro wrestler. The illusion of fighting. Why the hell did they have him try to work a finish over a thing that happened backstage? He obviously didn't even see attempted murder, plain and simple. Damn. Y'all soft. What an absolute coward, pretending to accept the guy's apology. Some humans are high. Dude thinks he's big after beating up an unconscious man. Damn. Did someone die? They don't receive hundreds of punches in boxing MMA. Also bare knuckle? No one died, I don't think. Dag, was Ariel Hawani there at your bar mitzvah? Yeah, he was. Me and Ariel Hawani was sharing some whiskey sours. Classic bar mitzvah drink, bruh. Probably in a coma. Yeah, I wonder how Bear and Rampage are going to how are Bear and Rampage going to go about this? How are they supposed to talk about this? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. So, Rampage, you got to explain what's going on.
Son's going to go to jail, so
they're just not going to talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. What are they going to say? What are they going to say to what are they going to say, Bear and Raj? I don't know. Just don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand why Rampage is milking it for content. He should have went radio silent as soon as he heard the news. I don't know. I don't know what he did. I don't know. What did... Talked about it on stream. Jackson podcast mysteriously never do live stream ever again. Yeah. Alright, bro. Bear would never say that. It was a lot of misunderstandings. Misunderstandings. I don't know. Sneaka was more concerned. Do you think Raja would have did... It was like a perfect storm? I don't know. I don't know. A perfect storm? I don't see it. I see it kind of one side. I don't see this like... I don't see how people are coming at it from like two different sides. It seems very one-sided. Stream was right. I don't think he was misunderstood. The 27 punch. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, misunderstood. I think when someone turns like emo, for like a couple months, you could be like, they're just misunderstood. You know what I mean? But when someone goes out and does that, to call it like misunderstood, I don't know. You're just misunderstood. There's just some misunderstandings here. It's like, no. Misunderstanding is like two guys getting mad at each other. You know what I mean? But misunderstanding, I feel like there's just a little bit more than a misunderstanding, but, you know, yeah. Hi, bro. Because the dude was trying to shake his hand and he should have squashed it then? Yeah, of course. Well put, not a misunderstanding. I don't, definitely not a misunderstanding. I think that's a bad way of explaining it. Bear gonna use Raj's name as promo? No, he's not. I don't think Bear. I don't know much about Bear, but Bear seems a little bit lost in the sauce. So I do understand where you're coming from. Bear seems lost in the sauce, but I think Bear understands that this is not something you can look at in any sort of other angle or perspective and have, like, if Bear and Rampage do a stream or do a podcast, they need to turn monetization off, and they need to do a 20-minute explanation of just Rampage. Honestly, I think Rampage Bear shouldn't even be in this situation. It should be Rampage talking about it and being sincere, and you know, you can't defend. Bro, you were so weird. Winter was taken. You're so weird. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just uncalled for. That's weird. It's not a misunderstanding when you're a pro fighter. Yeah, you can't. As a pro fighter, you have to understand that you are a level above these guys. Think the guy was half playing? Bro, what? Half playing? I think what I mean is Roger didn't need to react the way he did. No way. What a nuanced opinion. What? When the can was smashed on his head, you mean he didn't need to react that way? That's crazy. Bro, why are you trying to find out if I'm Jewish, bro? Like, it was a perfect storm, but no misunderstandings. His mental health was on full display. It was probably from... Yeah, I mean, a perfect storm. I think... I don't know. I don't like the word perfect storm. I mean, there was a lot of... There's a lot of factors involved that led up to this situation. But at the end result, it's a sad situation. It's sad. It's a sad situation. Should never have happened. Should never led up to this. And some people just can't handle what life is thrown at them. And it seemed like he just couldn't handle what life is thrown at him. And it's not even a fact of, like, it's not his fault that life is throwing these things at him. It's you have to be able to hold what life is throwing at you. The guy who smashed the candle's head was half playing. Yeah, I think he was half, like, he was playing. He didn't mean to hurt Raja, you know. I don't think he meant to hurt Raja. Caught on camera saying he would hurt him. Yeah, it's rough. Dag is Jewish. I've seen him at my local synagogue. Hi, bro. If Raja was in better state of mind, I mean, yeah, if a person who didn't have, like, an anger problem like that was there. I mean, if that was me, and I assume if that was you guys, if you were in that situation, a, like, fake pro wrestler smash the can on your head while you're there for an entertainment-based live stream where you were supposed to get in on the action, if that happened, I'm not crashing out. Like, if anything, I'm going to be like I would probably clarify that before. But, I mean, we're talking about retroactively going back in the past, but at the end of the day, it should never have gotten to that outcome at the end, so. Both are at fault, but Rampage Son should have controlled himself as a martial artist. 100%. That's like the first thing you learn. Alright, bro, what is that? Why are you trying to... What is that? You're not typing that in, bro. The first thing you learn as a martial artist is, like, keep your cool, dude. Like, conduct yourself as if you know what you're doing. I'm crashing out the moment he hit me with the can, not hours after an apology. Yeah, but I think that's not what you do as a man. You don't crashing out as a man is not what you do. You think of an ideal man. You think of a rich billionaire. You think of a hard worker. You think of somebody who is able to take care of others. That's what a man is. A man is able to take care of others. A man is able to put others ahead of themselves. You don't crash out on somebody. That's just it's just crazy, is it not? Am I wrong for saying that sometimes you need to allow these things to, like, maybe people see you as like a bitch, bro. Maybe people are like, dude, you're a bitch, you're this, you're that. I wouldn't take that if I were you. These are instigators, and instigators are able to break weak people. And if you're a man, you're not a weak person, and you're able to control your emotions, bro. You need to put others in front of yourself as a man, bro. It is, but people need to keep their hands to themselves. Yeah, but there's a better way of doing that than crashing out. Like, you don't just crash out the moment someone hits you with a can in that setting, you know? It's not about keeping your hands to themselves. The easiest thing to do, if I was there, someone did that, I would be like, okay, either you go along with it, that's one scenario you take, or you go to the other side and you'd be like, bro, can you not, like, let's talk this out like men. And if at that point, if he wants something, if he wants like a scrap that's mutually agreed upon, then sure. But you don't blindside someone, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be strong enough physically, mentally, as a man to handle situations like this, I think. Right? Rogers took it too seriously. I don't know why. I mean, do you know why? Or do you say that you don't know why? Seems like he has a really bad anger management skills. The hilarious part of what Roger did is that he let the kick chat gaslight him. Right? It's crazy. I don't know. Deg, lead by example and show us example of putting others and people's needs before your own. Why do I need to show that to you? Why do I need an example? Do you want me to go out and do something right now forcefully to show you something? As a man, I don't need to do that, buddy. I do that in the day to day. Put other people ahead of myself. Hi, bro. This Haley chick, bro, I'm about to ban you. People do mistakes. I don't know. They saved me from a speeding car when I was young. Yeah. Wish Jackson, bro. What? Yo, bro, you can't say that. In Cali, how much time for attempted murder? I think it was in Florida. I don't think it was in Cali, but I don't know. I don't know the laws around this. I don't know. You once asked Dag to show feet and he refused? Yes, you did. And why? Bro, I'm not Alexa Grassa. Also had a concussion a week before. We need to be careful with what we are betraying. But all right, man, take care. May the Lord be with you. Please share with others that we need repentance. Okay. I will definitely think about what you said, for sure. I think this is a bad situation, man. This is a bad situation. No one's blaming the concussion, bro. No one's blaming the concussion. We know it is not a concussion. Is at fault. It's just, I don't know. I mean, just where's your beard? I don't know. Yo, also sick UFC shirt. Did it cost a lot? No. So the trick is, if you want a UFC shirt like that, right? Get a custom one, because the actual ones with the fighter's name on them, they're like $120. Get a custom one, put any name on it, $70. Y'all blame everybody except for Raja. They're blaming the concussion in the comments. Yeah, but these people, I don't know. I don't think they're real. I think they're bots. I mean, this is a Raja problem. This is a deep problem within Raja that it's going to take things that people don't even know to fix. Like this is something that's going to take like, this is a deep issue that's Raja's going to have to do something about, that people won't even be able to name how deep Raja will have to go in order to fix these issues. Like it's one of those things where to speak about it already diminishes. To attribute words to what needs to be done is going to diminish what actually needs to be done. Like it's that serious, I think. But it's a tough place. You won't blame Raja, but he goes through stuff you're not understanding. But remember, his dad has anger issues. We need God. Yeah, but can you call that anger issues? I don't know. Is Raja protagonist or antagonist, bro? What? This isn't an anime storyline arc, bro. What? Imagine how big the story would be if a young. I mean, the story's gonna be big regardless. I think the story's gonna be huge regardless. What about Rampage? You think he will? You think he has any blame with how he? I don't know. Does Rampage have blame? I think Rampage knows if he has a part in this. There'd be riots. There'd be riots. I don't know. Would there be riots? I feel like if you were going on Twitter, you would see situations like this happening quite literally a lot of times. Just not on this scale. So to say that this would cause riots if it like the roles were reversed, I don't know. I don't believe so. Like this happens a lot. This happens a lot in some of these places. You know, like someone just getting jumped, beaten. Like this is an issue in like a lot of places. But the issue is that this was live streamed, and there's a huge name. I mean, one of the most famous MMA fighters of all time is attached to this situation. So it's about the name value attached to this. What makes it so huge. My guy asked Andrew Tate opinion. Bro, and I don't know Andrew Tate, bro. I don't know Andrew Tate. Roger said he's tired of people who talk down on him. Imagine if you had people who talk down and call you names you don't want. Yeah, I wouldn't crash out like that. I wouldn't. If I had people who called me names, I'm not doing that. I would probably just leave the scenario. I'd probably leave the situation. If I had someone who people called me names, I'm not going to crash out on someone. I'm not going to become an aggressive with somebody who has nothing to do with it. I'm going to try to do something success. Like, I don't know. I'd probably try to relocate that anger into something, I don't know, positive, maybe towards a career, maybe towards effort into something. But that's me. Plus, what would you do if someone smacked a beer can on your head? Sometimes we all do things we shouldn't do. If someone cracked a beer can on my head, I'd probably run away. Like, if a big dude cracked a beer can on my head, I'd probably run away. I'd be like, yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm getting out of here. Or if I wasn't getting away and the guy was being held back, I would probably laugh in his face. Like, if it was like a beer can like that, like an empty beer can smashed on my head, I would laugh and be like, "All right, bro, I'm suing you. What do you? I'm not gonna try to attack him. I would run away or I'd sue him, because that's the most I can gain from that situation. Me going on the attack would do nothing for my case. It would just worsen it, as we saw. It's bots, yeah. I mean, it's like the kick chat is like, is that not like the new? Like the new troll website? Is KickChat not like a new like troll website? It seems like a troll website. Same with Twitch. Twitch seems like a troll website. So much involved in troll website. Like it's a rough situation. It really is. Oh. Interesting. Well, this is tough. Twitch forces you to tie account to your phone number so you can barely even troll there anymore. Oh, really? Really? How would that stop trolling though? I guess you could circumvent that, but I understand how it could lessen it. Ah, rough, man, rough. At the end of the day, we gotta hope that the guy's just the guy that was hurt, he recovers as best as possible. Let's hope he doesn't have damage. Let's try to hope that this he doesn't get hurt. Both parties did something wrong. I think that diminishes. I think you shouldn't say that. Whether it's true or not, I don't think you should say that because I think that diminishes what the end result what happened at the end. Like one party was severely more in the wrong than the other, and one party now suffers, nearly the most devastating consequence of all time. So to say both parties did something wrong, you diminish what actually happened. I think. Like you gotta be objective but also nuanced, and some of you guys just don't understand how to be both. But man, that's rough, brother. That's rough. That's rough, brother. That's rough. What do you guys think of UFC China? Was that good? Was that good for you guys? Did you guys enjoy UFC China? Why is everybody blaming Raja for not considering all the factors? Everyone's blaming Raja for not considering all the factors. Well, I mean, you're gonna blame the guy who, got the worst part of it. You're gonna blame the guy who took no damage, the guy who was on the aggressive side, who did serious damage. Of course you're gonna do that. Like, I don't understand. LOL, I'm not bad, brother. Just about to turn 30. I realize we don't have to be so quick to pull trigger on people. I just want to point out that I want people to know. Okay. Brother, that's very interesting, brother. This is tough. It was a prop, not a beer can. Was it a prop? I mean, whether or not it was a prop or not a prop, it does not matter. You know what I mean? It does not matter. It does not matter. You don't get to that point. Surprised Walker didn't get chinned or Tag didn't do too bad either. Yeah, Hako, did I not say that, like, this seems very much like Rockhold versus Paulo Costa, where it's like, I don't think Walker's going to get chinned, and how I was saying that Volkan Uzdemir's good, like, he's better than Zhang. Like, I feel like I was saying some of this stuff. Maybe I'm, like, delusional and looking back on it, but, like, I feel like I was saying some of these things, I feel like I was saying some of these things. We're enough of the Raja stuff. Let's go. What's up, white boy? What's up? What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Who should Aljo fight next? Arnold Allen. Hako betrayed? How did he betray? Deadass predicted it. You did it again, son? Yeah. I know, right? I kind of knew that Walker wasn't going to get KO'd. Kinda saw it coming. Kinda saw it coming. You're looking more and more like a man every time I pop by. Yeah, I know. I'm getting bear test, bro. Bear test. Bear test, fam. Bear test. Roids? Nah. Should John Jones fight Aspinall? John Jones ain't fighting, bro. John Jones should retire. I mean, I think John Jones just loves the spotlight a little bit too much. I was dipping to see what's going on here. Still gonna be in next stream. Oh, was he streaming? I didn't even see him streaming. It's rough. Roger defending his family's honors. Hi, bro. That's the craziest. It's a crazy thing I've heard. Defending his family's honor. Why didn't you go live for UFC China? Bro, I was working. I work early mornings and late nights. I work early mornings, late nights. So, I was working when the fights were going on. I was able to watch, like Brian Ortega versus Aljo for a bit. Just up to PTSD, maybe. If you look at Jones and Fury now in a room, walks out alive, objective street fight, phone booth shit. Jones and Fury, bro, John Jones, what? It's not even close. What is Fury's a decision merchant. He's not going to be able to do anything to Jones. Only casuals skip UFC to go to work. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, it's $1,500 a year to watch UFC. Dude, like that's like a free Roger. Hi, bro, you're hilarious. This guy's not in jail yet. We'll find out if he's in jail or not. Let's see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Will the guy press charges? I mean, this has turned into something that so rough, man. So rough. Let's see what Twitter's saying. Dude, Islam's such a nice guy. I mean, Islam is such a nice guy, man. Free Raja. Free, bro, what is this? We are not freeing that guy. Do not free him. Dag vs. Ray Ripley. Yeah. Guys, let's take a break and let's just appreciate how lovely Islam is, man. He's depressed? Alright, bro. Dude, look how big Islam is, bro. What? Dude, this guy's on roids. You're telling me, bro, how big is Islam? Look at his shoulders. Look at his traps. He doesn't have CTE. There's a real chance a guy dies? Nah. Bro, Roger should not be in an MMA octagon. Roger should never fight again. He needs to not fight. Can't let that guy fight. Islam walks around like 190. I mean, dude, this is huge. Is this not huge? Like, look at his shoulders. Do you think Chimaev fights Islam? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think Chimaev goes down to 170. I don't think that happens. Explain? Dude, look how big Islam is. Look how big his shoulders are. Look how big his traps are. People are used to seeing him at 155. But this is like pure muscle. How is this? This is like pure muscle. Like this is... He's not Turkish, bro. This guy's a Down syndrome from Dagestan. No, I'm not. This is not an optical illusion. Look, dude, do you know how he has cap delts going through a shirt? They're not steroid testing this guy. Is that really a guy from Dagestan with Dance? Bro, you've never seen this guy? Dude, Dude, that guy used to love Zabit. He's like Zabit's #1 fan. Islam takes steroid? Islam probably takes steroids, bro. I don't know. Looking like that, it's weird. Zabit's an amazing fighter? Yeah.
Hard those.
Bro, I'm trying to find the clip of Zabit with the Down syndrome kid. I can't find him, man. But that kid was like a huge Zabit fan. Wear your Legos, you look like Moreno? I don't look like Moreno, bruh. Remember when you accidentally got caught? No, never. Islam's a good dude. Him being homies with Hasbullah says a lot. Yeah, but Hasbullah is a knife-wielding maniac, bro. What are you talking about? Respect for him. I don't think being homies with Hasbullah says a lot. But, dude, Islam, I respect for hanging around these kids with mental illnesses. Sean O'Malley, I respect for hanging around these guys with mental illnesses. Hamza Chimaev, I respect for, you know, being nice to these kids. Like, I think these guys don't get respect. Hasbullah literally tried to assassinate a nurse or something. Threatened to, yeah. He also, Hasbullah threatened to murder a dog. Like, who are we kidding? Hasbullah is not the nicest guy. Yes, Hasbullah is very similar to a Chucky. You know what I mean? Love your attitude, bro. This is why. What? What? Hasbullah is a knife-wielding maniac? Yes, Hasbullah is a knife-wielding maniac. That's true. Dude, I'm thinking of doing like 2 different videos, man. One is either a video about Mark Goddard and how he was paid by the Chinese Communist Party, or a video about a series where I talk about whether a fighter is washed or not. No, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pull up. Hasbullah pulls a knife on dog and its owner.
You can bring him here. Yeah.
Pulls out a knife. This is a real knife. Real knife. Pulls it on a dog. He's a knife-wielding maniac, bro. He always has a knife. He pulls knives on everybody. Like, you can literally search up Hasbullah knife. And look at this. Look at this. Hasbullah showing off his knife collection. Hasbullah pulls a knife on Nelk Boys. Hasbullah with knife. Hasbullah pulls out a gun. Hasbullah pulls out a knife on dog on its owner. Like, who are we kidding, bro? How I almost got stabbed by Hasbullah. Like, who are we kidding? Hasbullah holds a knife. Hasbullah knife versus this random old guy. Hasbullah attacks op with knife. I mean, Hasbullah draws a knife. He's a knife-wielding maniac, bruh. He's probably scared. Am I wrong? I mean, this guy pulls out a knife on literally anybody who opposes him. You do the same shit if a 6-foot dog approached me? Dude. Maybe. I can understand. He could be killed by a fart. Yeah, that's true. Hasbullah could get knocked over. You know, whenever I think of Hasbullah, the first thing that comes to my mind is like punting Hasbullah like a football. You know what I mean? Like holding Hasbulla right here, running into it, and oof, boom, you know what I mean? Does anybody else think of just absolutely kicking Hasbulla like a football? Or like trying to throw Hasbulla into like a basketball net? I don't know. So maybe I do understand. Nah, maybe I do understand why he'd carry a knife. Because, you know, if I was like basketball sized, I'd be like, yeah, it's probably a good idea to stay with a knife. Connor said the same shit. He'd kick a field goal with Hasbulla. Dude, that is hilarious, dude. Great minds think alike, I guess. He is the size, yeah. Like, do you know what I'd really want to do is grab Hasbulla by the leg and, like, you know those little, like, and then, brother, what is this, brother? Brother, I gotta kill the guy, brother. He's literally mini me from Austin Powers. Yeah, Hasbulla is mini me from Austin Powers. He's Khabib's mini me. What do you think about MMA say Raiden Aspinall is one of the best grapplers in UFC history? I mean, we haven't seen his grappling. Like, what do you... MMA say is a fake hardcore, man. Let's be honest. Get some help, dude? Come on, 26 years of age? Yeah, that's my crash out. That's my crash out. That's my crash out. I get one crash out a year, and my one crash out's on Hasbulla. Just kidding. It's not. I'm probably going to dip, though. I'm probably going to do, like, a Mark Goddard video exposing him, how he gets paid by the Chinese Communist Party, or an Israel Adesanya video on whether Israel Adesanya is washed or not. And I think I'm going to turn that into a series. He rated Aspinall higher than DC. No, I don't think so. But he did submit Volkov, which was pretty impressive with a Kimura. Are you still going to explain why you don't like Rampage? I'll do that maybe later. I got some shit I got to do. But I'm going to do a Mark Goddard video or his Adesanya video, and I'm going to turn the Adesanya video into a series where I discuss whether a fighter is washed. Is this fighter washed? It's going to be a series where I break down how their style has evolved, how their fights have changed, and whether or not they're actually if they're actually washed or not. All right, peace, boys. Thank you for being here. It's been your boy Dago May, and I'm signing out. Peace. Thank y'all. There was capped out at 50 viewers. Crazy. For a regular stream, not a fight companion. Fire. Thank you for being here. It's been boy Dag. Sign up.